Rolling on in hour number 1 on a Tick Me Off Tuesday. You know what I like? The listeners are back. Their vacations are over. And, they need to get it off your chest. We're having a great football year. Great football year. But people are trying to get things off their chest. We've got tons of stories. But today the show is about helping you. Lines open at 648-1051. Let's head out to East Brainerd. Ricky, welcome.
Welcome, Nick. I guess what I'm ticked off about was last night wasn't a round 1 playoff game.
You're right.
Yeah, or most of these, like tonight and last night and night before last, why couldn't them have been round 1 playoff games? And then you play a couple of more and you figure this thing out.
It ain't hard to figure out, Ricky. I mean, look, and please, this is not a disparaging remark against yourself. If Ricky in East Brainerd is smart enough to figure this thing out, why aren't the people that run the BCS and the NCAA able to do it?
Yeah, and I watched that game last night, and you can't tell me there wasn't at least 10 to 12 players that any SEC team wouldn't love to have, especially that little quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Boise State may be a top 5 team going into next year.
Yeah.
They bring a lot back.
And, I realize they don't play all, and people aren't going to go there. I mean,
no.
Tennessee's not, Alabama's not, Auburn's not.
No.
But Virginia Tech is going to play them. I don't think Virginia Tech's going there, though. I think they're coming to
I think they're going to Tech, but I think that's the only way they'll ever get to play anybody.
Right. I mean, not unless it's 10 years down the road and they've created a Bobby Bowden situation to where, how Florida State was like that, and then it's going to take some time before they get accepted.
And, and that coach actually just signed a big extension, too, through 2014.
Yeah, it was a 4-year extension.
Yeah.
And they're giving him quite a bit. He's making as much money as some of these SEC coaches are.
Deserves it, too, quite frankly.
But that's what ticks me off is we didn't watch the playoffs in college last night. And I do think there was a lot of kids on that field that could have played for any team in this country, whether it's SEC, ACC, Big 12, Big 10,
You're right.
Big 10. It doesn't matter. There was some kids out there that could play.
You're right, and you know what? I will guarantee you there's quite a few of them going to play on Sunday out of that game, too.
And that defensive end, you can't tell me Mac Brown wouldn't like to have him in that Longhorn game.
You got it right. Hey, Ricky, great call, buddy. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. He's right. That's probably the big thing to tick people off as a playoff. 648-1051, the number. Back to the phones. Out to Hickson. John, welcome. Hey, John.
Hey. Got something that bothers me, and I've never really heard anybody ever mention this about the BCS system and all of that, is when they do talk about a playoff system, I've heard them talk about the top 6 ranked teams or the top 8 ranked teams, et cetera, et cetera. Why wouldn't they take all the conference champions and the conference champions only and therefore enter them into a playoff system? And you take Notre Dame or the independent teams and make them all play each other, and you take the team out of that, and that forms your playoff system. Therefore, it takes human opinion out of it over who should be ranked what, and it bases it all on the field facts and scores, kind of like the NFL, Major League Baseball, whatever else in their divisions. It effectively takes all the results from on the field only and takes human opinion out of it. And, most years you might have USC from the Pac-10, Ohio State from the Big Ten, whoever the SEC team is at the moment, and you would just have these dynamite games all throughout, while at the same time the smaller teams from the smaller conferences are still getting in. They're still getting their shot because, they won their conference game or they won their conference title, however they do it, and, everybody's happy. The big teams are in, and the little teams are getting their shot. I've never heard that mentioned.
Well, John, I've heard scenarios that are close to that. We have a caller, Bob, in East Ridge that always calls in. He actually came into my Saturday show one day, and he had a plan all drawn out, and it made sense. He basically put every conference champion in, just like you're saying, and he had, I want to say, I don't remember the number, 4 or 6 at-large bids, and you played a playoff. Top seed versus bottom seed. And you seeded them, and you did it just like they do when they come to Findlay and Chattanooga. You do the same thing. It can be done. They don't want to do it. There are people, though, that are fighting for it, and I'm going to talk about that. And, John, it's really easy to fix if you don't mind ticking off people with cash. The problem is the people with the money don't want to see it. and that's why we're not seeing it. Because if last night Tostitos said, I don't want to sponsor the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl anymore. I want to sponsor the BCS Playoff Championship, and I'll triple my money. That would happen in a New York minute. John, thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Lines open 648-1051. Tick me off Tuesday. Stay here in Chattanooga. Michael, welcome.
Hey, what's going on, Nick?
Hey, I'm having a great day. It's a good day for my health. I get to get it out.
Right on. All right, is the doctor in the house?
Why, you need Dr. Nick?
I think I do.
You think you need him? Okay, hold on. Let me get the doctor. We got to hang the shingle up. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
You ready, doctor?
All right, the doctor is in. Michael in Chattanooga. You've made an appointment with the doctor here last minute. What can we do for you today? What's on your mind? Is there a problem?
Yeah, I'm starting to develop anger issues towards the University of Tennessee Volunteers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, now let me ask you some questions so we can try to help you.
Sure.
I understand that the University of Tennessee has not been seen in a good light of late, and actually their orange uniforms are starting to look more like prison issue. But what is the straw that's breaking the camel's back right now for you?
Well, we're ending a football season, which was, of course, better than last year, but still not satisfied with it.
Yeah. Well,
I think all's going to be well. All right, that's fine. I'll just focus on basketball. We're still going to go to Tyler Smith. And, oh, my goodness. It's like when they get there, they have to trade in their brain for a 9mm.
All right, here's what I think. You're a longtime Vol fan?
Oh, yeah.
How old are you?
32.
32. All right. So you're not a child anymore, are you, Michael?
No,
you're not a child. Are you married, Mike?
Not for the most part, yeah.
You're married? Have children?
I do.
All right. Doctor knows what you need. Here's what you
All
need
right.
to do, Michael. You need, and this is a very, very hard thing, and it will take a lot of willpower. Somehow, what I need you to do is I need you to take a deep breath. Can you take a deep breath for me?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, take a deep breath. All right, let it out. That's what you need. Now, repeat after me. The Vols will not control my life.
Control my life.
My family
My family
is number one.
is number one.
And the fact
And the fact
that the Vols
that the Vols
have gun-toting players
have gun-toting players
will not spoil my mood again.
will not spoil my mood again.
All right. And you need to remember this. Every time they bother you, I want you to go back to that conversation and say it again. And then when you're done, I want you to go up. You have 1 or 2 children or 3. How many?
4.
4. Okay. I want you to get all 4. I want you to get them around. And I want you to just give them a big old group hug and say, Daddy loves you. And don't you ever be like the gun-toting Vols.
No doubt.
All right, buddy. Hey, I hope you feel better. And anytime you need the doctor, we're here for you. And
I
listen,
feel a lot better.
we take all types of insurance, even if you have none. We need no President Obama in Congress. We're here to take care of the mental health of all of our listeners.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Nick.
All right, Michael, you take care.
You too.
All right. See, this is more than just a sports show. This is a show that aims at improving the mental health of men within the sound of my voice, and ladies, too, for that matter. Jesse, did you ever think you'd work with someone as profound as me?
No, not a chance. Dr. Nick earned his greatly exaggerated hourly rate today. It was awesome.
Greatly exaggerated.
Oh, greatly exaggerated.
Okay, I'm just checking. Hey, it's a Tick Me Off Tuesday. Lines are open at 648-1051. The doctor kind of disrailed Tick Me Off, but I had to help that guy. I didn't want to see him jumping off the old Jotty Bridge or anything. We didn't want that. Take your calls on the other side. This is 105.1 ESPN Radio Chattanooga. You're listening to The Zone.